Think that car looks affordable? Think again. These exotic machines may look ordinary, but their price tags will shock you. Let us dive into the 10 cars that seem cheap, but secretly cost a fortune. At first glance, the Volkswagen W12 Nardo looks like a sleek but relatively standard sports car from the German automaker. However, beneath its unassuming exterior lies a true performance beast. Designed as an experimental prototype, the W12 Nardo featured a massive 6.0-liter W12 engine, producing nearly 600 horsepower. It was not just powerful, it was record-breaking. In 2002, the car set a world endurance record, covering over 4,800 miles at an average speed of 200 miles per hour. Despite never reaching production, the rarity and historical significance of this engineering marvel have driven its estimated value to over $1 million today. The Vector W8 might look like an obscure 1980s kit car, but it is actually one of the most radical American hypercars ever built. Developed by Vector Aeromotive Corporation, this futuristic machine packed a twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter V8, producing over 600 horsepower, a mind-blowing figure for its time. With a top speed exceeding 220 miles per hour, it was faster than almost anything on the road in the early 1990s. However, its unconventional design and limited production, only 19 units were ever made, have made it a collector's dream. Today, finding one for sale is incredibly rare, and when they do appear, they command prices between $500,000 and $1 million. At first glance, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR might look like a modified version of the company's standard coupe lineup, but it is anything but ordinary. This car was built to dominate endurance racing, specifically Le Mans and FIA GT Championship. Mercedes-Benz was required to produce a street-legal version to meet homologation rules, resulting in one of the rarest and most extreme hypercars ever made. Powered by a 6.9-liter V12, it produced over 600 horsepower and had a top speed of 214 miles per hour. With only 25 road-going versions ever made, the CLK GTR is now valued at over $10 million, making it one of the most expensive Mercedes-Benz models in history. The Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version may resemble a typical Porsche 911, but beneath its familiar styling lies a race-bred monster. Unlike the standard rear engine layout of most 911 models, the GT1 Strassen version features a mid-engine configuration, borrowed directly from its Le Mans winning race car counterpart. Porsche built these ultra-rare homologation specials to comply with racing regulations, with only 20 units ever produced. Featuring a 3.2-liter twin-turbo flat-six engine, this beast delivered over 540 horsepower, launching it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds. Given its extreme rarity and racing heritage, the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version is now valued at over $5 million. The McLaren F1 is already one of the most legendary supercars ever created, but the LM Spec version takes exclusivity to another level. While it may look like a slightly modified version of the standard F1, this variant is actually a race-bred masterpiece inspired by the Le Mans-winning McLaren F1 GTR. Only 5 LM Spec models were ever produced, and they feature an upgraded 6.1-liter BMW V12 engine producing 680 horsepower, significantly more than the standard F1. This results in blistering acceleration, an insane top speed of 225 miles per hour, and unmatched rarity. Due to its limited production and historical significance, the McLaren F1 LM Spec has fetched over $20 million at auctions, making it one of the most expensive cars ever sold. At first glance, the Nissan R390 GT1 might look like a modified Nissan 300ZX, but in reality, it is a Le Mans race car disguised as a road car. Built in the late 1990s to compete in the GT1 racing category, Nissan was required to produce at least one road-going version to meet homologation rules. That single street-legal R390 GT1 is now one of the rarest and most valuable Nissans ever created. Under the hood, it packs a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V8, delivering over 550 horsepower and can reach a top speed of 220 miles per hour. Since only one road-legal version exists, its value is nearly impossible to estimate. But experts believe it could fetch anywhere from $1 million to $3 million at auction, if it were ever to be sold. At first glance, the Jaguar XJ220 may seem like a slightly elongated version of a standard Jaguar sports car, but this machine was once the fastest production car in the world. Originally envisioned with a V12 engine and all-wheel drive, Jaguar later revised the design, equipping it with a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6, producing over 540 horsepower. Despite this change, the XJ220 still achieved a top speed of 217 miles per hour, briefly holding the world speed record for production cars in the early 1990s. Limited to just 281 units, this British supercar is now an extremely sought-after collector's item, with values ranging from $500,000 to $1 million. The Honda NSX is often seen as a budget-friendly alternative to Ferraris and Porsches, but the NSX RGT is an entirely different beast. This ultra-rare JDM Special Edition was developed as a track-focused version of the already lightweight NSX-R. To comply with Japanese GT racing regulations, Honda was required to build 5 road-going examples, making this one of the rarest Hondas ever produced. Unlike the standard NSX, the NSX RGT featured an extended body kit, improved aerodynamics, and even more aggressive weight reduction. With only 5 units in existence, collectors consider this model a holy grail, with prices exceeding $1 million today. Before the Bugatti Veyron and Chiron dominated the hypercar scene, there was the Bugatti EB110 SS. This 1990s hypercar is often overshadowed by modern Bugattis, but it was an engineering marvel for its time. Featuring a 3.5-liter quad-turbocharged V12 engine, it produced over 600 horsepower and had a top speed of 221 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. The EB110 SS was the last Bugatti produced before Volkswagen acquired the company and revived it for the 21st century. Due to its rarity and historical significance, the Bugatti EB110 SS now commands prices between $2 million and $5 million, cementing its status as a legendary collector's car. These 10 cars may not look like the million-dollar machines they truly are, but their performance, rarity, and historical significance have made them highly valuable in the automotive world. Whether it is a forgotten Le Mans racer, an underappreciated supercar, or an ultra-rare special edition, these vehicles prove that looks can be deceiving. If you enjoyed this deep dive into exotic cars that look cheap but cost millions, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Which of these cars surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.